Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102. A real quick one today on just one person and one person only. You can see him right in front of you. Now, if I don't pronounce this correctly, tough shit. Wael Reyad. Now, hands up here, Gary Johnson, this is all rights belong to him because this is his find. Now, the reason I've done a video on this guy specifically is because prior to Gary telling me about him, I did not have a fucking clue. Clear to say that if you don't have your max database on and certain countries, I believe, he won't be there. A bit like Nick&Co. But this guy is very much like the Nick&Co side of things. He's a non-EC, so you won't get him on a work permit until he starts playing for Egypt on a regular basis. Failing that, you can get him on 35 grand a week and dodge the Home Office. You can also dodge the Home Office if you get him when the window first opens from Season 2. Pretty much how I did it on my Rushton game. He is what I refer as a pre-gen of today's Mo Salah. Don't be fooled by his shit attributes. He has got shit attributes in a way. I mean, you look right, his off the ball is awful. His passing's not brilliant. His finishing is awful. His long shots is awful. And he's a forward, right, left, centre. And you can see I've managed to use a picture for the benefit of this video of Riyadh. I don't know how old that picture is. It was the only picture I could find online. But you know, he was deemed an Egyptian right winger, so I don't quite know how good of a player he was in real life. Now, I've used my Rushton game as an example here. So I picked him up for 800 grand at the end of Season 1, where you get around the work permit. So from Season 2, look at that, 35 goals, 16 assists, at 815, absolutely immense. Season 2 slowed down a little bit. Season 3 had a shit start so far. So he is a real prolific player. I will point something out, going back to the Home Office dodging around the work permit thing, because I had the contract protection thing on with ODB, so it became unprotected, or it was going to become unprotected, so I had to offer him a new contract. Now, when you dodge the Home Office on getting them dodging around the work permit at the end of the season, to give him a new contract, I've had to obviously offer him 35 grand a week, which of course now I'm able to do. The bottom line is, particularly in England, when he's been with me for 5 years, I think it's 5 years, he'll get English residency. So I'm not really too fussed about this this 27 games missed, 78% bullshit, because he'll get residency before I have any issues with that. But he really is the dog's bollocks. You will get him, as you see right there, you'll get him for, I mean, if you start a game as a big club outside of England, whether it be in Holland, let's say Holland for example, because there's no restrictions, you'll get him. In my opinion, he isn't a first season player. He hasn't really developed in terms of attributes as good as what he can do, but he is definitely a go-to player for me. Him along with Arcadius back. But yeah, all rights reserved here for Gary Johnson. This was his find, but I felt it was, you know, it had to be. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't know this guy. You probably look at him thinking, who the fuck is that? He looks like a shower of shit. He is a really good player. I strongly advise you go and check him in your current save if you're on ODB and you purchase him. He is prolific. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Anybody you want to see specifically? I was thinking about doing one as Kennedy Bakarugu, but fuck that. Anyone you want to see specifically, anything you want done on CM, do give me a shout, and I'll happily do that for you. So until next time, guys, take it easy from me.